Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about closure, the closure aspect after narcissistic abuse. This is very important, okay? But before I get into that, I'm just going to run through my announcements. Welcome to my channel. All right. So over 300 videos here to help you guys heal from narcissistic abuse, do your shadow work, increase your emotional maturity. They're all into playlists. I particularly like to tell people about the motivational playlist for survivors of narcissistic abuse. Over 30 videos in there for the days that you are feeling triggered, under the weather, down and out, anger, all types of stuff. And I actually have a playlist for anger as well, specifically. So you might want to check out both playlists in that case. I revamped my website, guys, so you can now go on my website to schedule your coaching sessions with me. I'm just streamlining that. It makes it easier, just a few clicks and you have your appointment set up and it guarantees your slot and the time that you would like. For those of you that have been getting coaching sessions from me and you'd like to do it the way that we've been doing it, or anyone new that likes to email or call me about the scheduling, you can do that as well still. And then if you want a time slot that is not listed on the website, you can contact me via other methods to see if I'm able to, do it at that time. All right. Also, my books and everything are on the website. If you go through my website to get the books, you can get signed copies. Otherwise, you can go to Amazon.com, Barnes and Nobles, and create space to get my books as well. Those won't be signed, but they are available in ebook format and the hard copies. All right. And I also, guys, I made some No Narc Zone merchandise. It's really cute. We have the t-shirts with the matching caps. And, it's a great time and a great way to have fun and express yourself and be fashionable and stylish at the same time. You can check those designs out on my website as well, guys. And the support group on Facebook, that is, for anyone can join that, Lakia Reflection and Progression. Just go ahead and inbox me and let me know that you are a survivor. We have a lot of fun on there. We're exchanging information. We're just there as a support group, just as, as I call it. I'm on Instagram, guys. I would like to get more people on Instagram. We have as much fun on there as we do on Facebook, so I'm building that up as well. All these links are under the descriptions if you want to find me on social media and have the added support outside of YouTube. All right. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video, guys. I've made several videos that talk about validation. Okay. And validation is basically when you're checking something, if you're basically proving something. All right. Now that is different from closure. All right, they're two different things. So that's why I really want to make this video to talk about the closure. And what is that? It's like a sense of resolution, a sense of conclusion, a closure, closing something. Okay, so a lot of times the narcissist, you and a narcissist, you may not even actually have that verbal communication. It's some actions that happen and you feel like you don't have closure because you didn't get some things off your chest. None of the problems were really addressed. It's like they're just doing this bad behavior and leaving. They do a bad behavior and they leave. All right. So let's talk about, I'm going to give you some reasons why this narcissist is not giving you closure. All right. And then we're going to talk about the solutions to that. But one of the reasons why the narcissist is not giving you this closure is to keep you in limbo, to keep you in waiting. Narcissists, they like to collect supply, even if they're deciding to demote you, quote unquote, or basically lower you from the primary supply position. And they may still find that they have some use for you. So to them, there's no closure needed. To you, their poor behavior, you may want that closure with them. But to them, it's no closure needed. It's just, okay, well, I'm going to put this person on a bookshelf, or I'm going to put this person over here. I'll be back eventually. So it's not, to them, it's not a closing of something. It's just more like a pause. So they want to keep you in limbo, and they're hoping that you're kind of waiting, because a lot of people, you know, especially if you were the primary source and they just ghost you, or they have this bad behavior and then they just give you the silent treatment. They're over there and weeks have gone by. You're like, wait a minute, are we together? Are we not? Because you're waiting for that interaction with them to have the what? The resolution and the conclusion. And this is what they want you guys to be doing. So that is one reason. That's one reason why they're not giving the closure. They want to keep you in limbo. They want to keep you waiting. And the key word is that's what they want. Okay. Now, the next reason, which kind of coincides with keeping you in limbo and keeping you waiting, is they want to keep the door open and cracked. It's a slight difference there. It's a slight difference. They may know the relationship is over, but you know, all the memes, they be putting double words like over. So this is going to be a situation where that's going to apply. The narcissist knows it's over, but they don't want it to be over. So they're not going to give you a certain kind of closure, because they want to keep that door cracked and open for what they would consider a hoover, or what we would call a reconciliation, right? But in narcissistic world, we're going to call that a hoover. So they don't want it to be over. And so they're not giving you that. All right. So the next reason why they're not going to give you that closure aspect is they want to hurt you. You know, they want to embarrass you. They want to create confusion. Okay. So it's not the final discard to them. So this is a regular discard. So they want to hurt you. They want to embarrass you. They want to create confusion. So this is all just, you know, mind effing you, right? And playing with you, playing with your emotions. All right. So we can consider this to be some kind of revenge in that aspect, when they're treating you that way with no regards to your feelings. All right. So this is one reason why they're not going to give you that closure, just because you want it. Just because you want it. All right. And they know that's going to what? Hurt you. That's going to embarrass you. That may cause confusion within you. So, you know, this is a control tactic. And we know that narcissists like to take control. So if they feel like by not giving you that is going to give them some type of power and hurt you at the same time, it's like what? Getting two birds with one stone for them. And then it will be worth their while to just say nothing, to not provide you with that, especially if you're actively trying to get that closure from them. All right. So another reason why they're not giving you this closure is they're running from themselves. Okay. So they're not wanting to face reality. They're in a denial. So they're not ready to talk about no wrongs. They're not trying to face anything. So they're running from themselves. So if they're running from themselves, they're not going to be mature enough. You know, they're not going to have that emotional maturity to go and sit down and have this adult conversation with you and provide you with this closure, right? All right. Another reason why they're not going to give you this closure is because they're angry. They're bitter. Okay. So they're in this narcissistic rage. You know, they're just, yet again, the emotional immaturity isn't there, and they're just not even in this rational place of being able to what? Have this sense of resolution and this sense of conclusion. Okay. Now, this next reason, it really sucks, but It is a reason why the narcissist would not give you closure, all right? And not to hurt anybody's feelings, okay? Because this would be giving them too much power. But another reason why they're not going to give you that closure is because you weren't that relevant to them. You know, whatever the supply was that they got from you, they just got in and they got out. And you weren't, it just wasn't relevant to them. They didn't feel a need to have to, they just ghosted on you, and that's it. That's it. That's all they really cared to do. It wasn't even about keeping the door open, keeping you in limbo. It was just a really quick turnover thing. Like, look, I knew from day one that I was not going to keep this person around that long. And as soon as I got this from them, it was going to be all she wrote. And then when that happened, that's what happened. So they weren't going to ever give you that closure because it was a setup. You know, they were conning you anyway, and it just really wasn't relevant. It's just a reckless thing. They really don't care about the consequences, especially with this reason for not giving you the closure. Okay. So how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was 6 reasons there. 6 reasons why they don't give you that closure. And I'll just go down that list again to keep you in limbo and waiting, to keep the door open and cracked, to hurt you, to embarrass you, basically to play with your emotions. All right. Because they're running from themselves. They don't want to face their wrongs. You know, they're just not trying to be that evolved because they're angry and they're bitter. Okay. Again, that's drawing from their emotional immaturity. And number 6 we have here is because it wasn't relevant to them. They have no relevancy for that discard. It was an in and an out, or as soon as they got what they wanted, that was it. They just had no compassion about it on any type of level. All right. But the good news is, guys, even though they chose to treat the situation like that, you can actually choose to treat the situation another way, and it does not require their interaction. All right. That is the good news, because a lot of people are stuck in their healing process because they want this closure. But the great news, that's not even say good. The great news is that you can give it to yourself, guys. You really can. You can face it. You can take the power. You can take the power in this situation and give yourself the closure, because guess what? Whether they sat down and had a conversation with you or not, their actions said so much already. You know what I'm saying? Their actions told you more than they could ever say at that point. Because, you know, if their actions are doing this, they're not going to be saying much anyway, because you see where they're coming from. You see the level of ignorance and disregard and disrespect where they're coming from. So they couldn't say it with their words, but they said it with their actions. All right. And that is all the closure you really need. What that person did. Okay. Okay. Forget what they said. Forget what they promised you. Forget what you thought it was going to be in that love bomb phase. But what that person ended up doing said to you way more than they could ever say. And that's what survivors have to learn how to take out of the situations moving forward. Okay. So yeah, the great news is that you can actually give yourself that own closure, just like you can give yourself that validation. You know, they work together in getting that closure, because you're going to validate your experience. You're going to take your lessons, you know, and you can create your own contentment at that point, your own peace about the situation, because we don't have control over other people's actions and behaviors. Now imagine giving all that power to the narcissist, and you're walking around feeling so broken because you weren't never able to express this or that with them. You weren't able to end it in a peaceful way, because we want to have these checks and balances, and in your rational, mature mind, there's no reason for things to end reckless and mean and nasty. It's like, look, I'm a sensible person, but they aren't. This is what you have to remember. A lot of people they're thinking in their own perceptions. And I say this in a lot of videos, that we have hard time stepping out of our own perceptions. We have to step into their perception to understand why the closure has to come solely from you in this instance. And it's not even really solely from you if you're adding into the equation what the narcissist is doing, their actions. Yeah, that's the closure you need right there. Seeing what they did can be believing at that point, okay? So I'm hoping that this video can help somebody, get through the closure aspect of the narcissistic abuse, or dealing with any toxic person that wasn't emotionally mature enough, that wasn't respectful enough, that didn't have a conscious level or want to even attempt to have that conscious level, didn't want to face themselves, and have that mature conversation with you. They don't want that mirror reflecting back on them while you're telling them how much they hurt you and the wrongs that they did. They don't want to see that and feel that, okay? They have that shame and that guilt. So I really hope that this is helping somebody with the closure aspect of things. You have to give that to yourself. You know what happened. You see what they did. You see what level they're vibrating on. You see where they are, where their consciousness is. That is the closure right there. That is the closure right there. All right, guys? So this isn't going to be a long video. If this resonates with you, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Over 300 videos here on the channel to help you through your healing process from narcissistic abuse and other toxic relationships. I do offer coaching, guys. I do this over the phone, which is the voice call, of course. I do FaceTime over WhatsApp, and I also do Skype. All right. I do email coaching. Writing can be very therapeutic. You can go to LaKiaCrawford.com and you can book your appointment straight through there, or you can email me, CoachLaKia@gmail.com. And you guys are always welcome to call as well, 610-605-0409 to schedule your appointment. I accept payments through PayPal and Cash App. All right. And with that being said, guys, I made a lot of announcements in the beginning about my books, the merchandise, or the No Narc Zone t-shirts and matching caps and coffee mugs. They're all on LaKiaCrawford.com. You're definitely welcome to check out all of those things. Have some fun with healing from narcissistic abuse and, make a statement. All right, guys. And with that being said, everything you need is within yourself. Just consider me someone that is, guiding you to yourself, basically, because this closure and everything, that's going to come from you. I wasn't there. I wasn't a part of it, but I'm giving you that other perspective to know what's already inside of you to give to yourself. All right. And with that being said, guys, keep doing the work, and just, take care. All right. Take care, guys.